Hey guys, wanted to say thank you so much. That is probably the best red line drawing meeting we've ever had, and the best surprise that clients have ever given me. Super excited for you guys. Thank you so much for sharing that with me. Okay guys, we're out in Creeks on Hickory in Frisco, Texas. This is a KB Homes build job, building it for my super sweet couple. And Catherine and Scott, it looks really good. So I wanted to go through briefly what I believe Brian is our builder's name, what he shared with us. Down here, remember it just rained, so this is really muddy and there's a lot of standing water. But you can see the water lines, the drainage lines, a lot of the infrastructural equipment is being trenched down in here. So I wanted to clarify a little bit. When a builder takes a lot, like that lot over there, and they bring dirt in to raise it up to the specifications required by the developer and the engineers, that's benching. You're benching up the lot. Trenching is where we dig these trenches for the pipes to run and the deeper portion of the cement to be poured. And then these are the form boards that Brian was commenting on. Now what they're going to do is clean all this up. They'll get all the infrastructural stuff insulated, wrapped in foam or whatever needs to be done. And then once all the form boards are correctly laid out, the inspections get approved, we're clear to pour, we will have the cement companies come out and actually pour the cement for you. As you can notice, the guys that are prepping this, they've got rebar here to hold these pipes in place during the pour so that the force of the cement doesn't move it around. Now, one of the things I wanted to share with you, and I think I mentioned it when we were talking after our red line meeting, was the cement, the pouring of the foundation is one of the most heavily controlled, engineered, really a lot of oversight goes into it. Honestly, that's one of the areas I have the least concern about quality control in. But the only aspect of that is on the day they pour, a really good builder will be on site to watch the guys pouring the cement to see how much water they're going to add to it to work it. See, that cement is properly formulated for a winter mix or a summer mix. They watch the temperatures to make sure everything's right. But when you get on site, everything's perfect, right? It's correctly done, it's engineered. But the guys that are working, they have to pull that cement back and forth with these big implements. They look like rakes, you know, just evil rakes almost. And that is really hard work. That takes a lot of physical effort to do. And the more of those that they've done, the harder that is. Your shoulders ache. If they add water to it to make it from kind of the consistency of like a thick oatmeal to more soupy, super easy to work the cement. The problem is the integrity of that cement is somewhat compromised and you just don't get as good a foundation. Most of the really high quality builders I know will be on site during the pouring of their foundations to make sure that they're not adding water, that everything's done correctly. You know, just that oversight's so important. So that was what I was alluding to when we were talking about foundations. I'm excited to see how this pour goes. Again, this is one of my favorite lots. I mean, this is just going to be so neat. The house, for all you guys in YouTube land, the retaining wall is right here, and the house will cuddle up. This is the perimeter of the house where they're trenching in the form boards. So this is the backyard, and there'll be a wrought iron gate back here. And then we're going to probably add an aftermarket access gate and a step down. Sorry, it's really muddy back here. To get down to this area where that flowing creek is. And then all of this can be mowed and cleaned up and really made to be just a neat little extra bonus area. It's owned by the common area out here. It's not owned by the homeowners, but you know, it's just an area that can flood, and it's an area that, you know, homeowners can take advantage of. Maybe put a picnic table down there. I'm sure kids, as they grow up out here, are gonna play, and just a neat little area back there. My boots are caked in mud. I knew better than to come out here, but I did want to get filmed for you guys today, and it's funny. It feels like I'm walking on wet marshmallows. And I wanted to give you an update after our red line meeting. I think that went real well. And it looks like we've got an end of December, maybe middle of January closing. Other than that, it looks great. I don't know if you can see it, but I think everything looks good, and we'll keep them on track. Okay, we'll catch up with you next week. Bye.